Hey guys, quite an exciting little episode today. As you can see,
Colchester.
we are on the train.
At Colchester.
There you go. She said it for me. But yeah, we are on our way to Chester to go pick up the S3, which should be working perfectly.
Next stop will be Colchester.
Damn right. There's only one stop, so thankfully she let us know which one it is. But yeah, so we are on a long 4 hours train journey, and we should come back a bit quicker with a very working well S3. Anyway, if there is something interesting on the journey, I should share it with you. Oh, here we go, 5.5, 6 hours later, we are in Chester, home of RS Tuning, the best place for your MQB platform. So now we're just waiting for Nathan on a little Golf R with 620 brake horsepower to come and pick us up. I'll show you the place when we get there, and especially we will see the new project car for RS Tuning. If you haven't seen their video, really cool. Nathan is there, very busy always, but we are going to have a look at a few of the build, and yeah, you'll understand why if you want to build your MQB you should bring it here. Let's start with this lovely Seat with the name of 650 odd brake all through the front wheel. Nathan was just saying they spent 2 days just to do that lovely bit of pipe. But yeah, I mean, engine built, engine painted, all the fuel pump, custom, manifold, it's all beautiful. And look at that APR kit. Apparently it's a new one. Really like that side pipe. Make it really nice. Big ass turbo, big ass filter as well. This is RS Tuning new project car. So this is going to be their quarter-mile car that they basically got off a customer. So the engine in there is going to go basically, because apparently it's not that great, but basically Nathan's going to put one of his own engine in there, and they're going to get rid of the wrap, smooth the body, and essentially, yeah, this is going to be their test car. So go to the drag strip, get some quarter mile done, and you know, basically put some number. You know, I always tell you how good it is when you've got the numbers, you will know. But basically I think the aim for this one is around 800, which is generally the max you can get on those. But yeah, just to have another quick round, yeah, we've got 620 brake horsepower S3, another S3 here, another Seat here. As you can see, look at those exhausts. Seat seems to have bigger exhaust than the rest, but yeah, as you can see, MQB platform, even have a TT in there. And the other day he was fixing some Lamborghinis, because essentially inside it's mostly like an Audi as well. But yeah, as you can see, and this is why, well, one of the reasons why I call Nathan the MQB specialist. He never called himself that, but every time I spend time with him, the amount of knowledge on what I learn about the platform just blow my mind. So to me, he's a specialist. I'll put the details in the description if you want to get in touch with him. And he's also on YouTube, so I'll put his YouTube there so you can see. But yeah, another one is here and all ready to go. We already took it for a very quick spin, not really tried it yet, but just fill it up. It's filled with methanol. So next I guess is let's go for a little drive home and test the car properly this time. Hell yeah. Alright guys, we are in the car, we are joining the motorway. So let's see whether we still have that EPC problem. EPC light. balls. Alright, we are back on the driveway on here. As you've seen, we are not quite there yet. So, some little stuff actually happened since that clip on something else so that I looked into, so I can actually give you an update. So the ABS module issue with the longitudinal acceleration sensor, that is solved. So that was an issue that was basically stopping us from launching properly. I've done a couple of launch, will spin like mine, but doesn't bog down anymore. So we just have to play with the setting, you know, the pressure on the tire here and there. So I reckon the 0 to 60, it's just question of dialing it down. However, the EPC issue could, if we are lucky, it's just the turbo actuator, the issue, and then I still have the stock turbo. We could take that actuator, shove it on there. If not, it could be a turbo issue, which yeah, is a bit more of a pain. So essentially now the EPC issue come on because there is an overboost issue. So the basic setting for the actuator wouldn't complete, so there is an issue there. But yeah, you know, so which is a pain because essentially I've had two issues with this car so far. One, the first stage 3 tune was unfortunately a tuner that did not know the platform enough, you know, recommendation. And this time might be the turbo recommendation too. Stage 2, I didn't took any recommendation or work fine. And by the way, I don't mean the recommendation were crap. The people who recommended me, they recommend you with the best knowledge they have. You know, the turbo, the company is actually went bust now, so that's how good those turbo were. But you know, that's 2.6 grand gone for that turbo. It has an oil leak since day one. That's basically bad manufacturing process, which while they were open you could have sent back, but you know, you've got to take the turbo out your car. I mean, it's a nightmare. And yeah, looks like, I don't know. So, you know, later down the line we are going to build the engine and go for more power, so we're probably going to change the turbo then. But to be honest, I was really wanted to get the power as it is now stable and get that bloody wide body done, you know, because let's be honest, 50 brake horsepower more is not going to make a lot of difference. A custom wide body when I show up to car shows and stuff is going to make a lot more difference. So you know, I'm a bit like, in theory it's overboost problem, so as long as I shift a tiny bit early, we basically can avoid the EPC problem as well, you know what I mean. So there is a way to avoid it. You basically never boost too much, and then there is never overboost issue, but you know, it is not ideal. But yeah, so you know, the story continues for the EPC issue. And yeah, to get back to the 0 to 60, one stuff actually I need to do as well is, and I will do a video about it, is servicing the Aldex, basically. So basically the Aldex system, even though I've always brought my car to Audi for service, they don't service as deep as could be, which means sometimes there is a pump in there and then the pump get clogged. And yeah, it's the same with the car. We try to kind of make it turn around and go, and basically, yeah, the pump process never completed, so it's probably clogged, which will probably mean, you know, we get tons of wheel spin, but if the wheel spin at the front and it can't send the power to the back properly, essentially that's what's kind of killing our 0 to 60 too, because basically we are way more in front wheel drive mode, which means when we spin, the front tire just spin more instead of actually trying to push from the back. So yeah, never-ending stories. Also, while he was there, stuff we've done as well, actually I should mention, we've replaced the injectors. I'll put some pictures that Nathan sent me, and basically, yeah, compare the old one and here's the new one. So, you know, at least that should help the power delivery as well. So yeah, you know, it's a battle, guys. It's a battle, but we are winning. It's progressing, you know. I mean, it's progressing. As long as I can dilute the 0 to 60 and then, you know, I shift a bit early, the EPC issue is something that, you know, we can solve later. And as well, because we are running a bit short on time, the first show is on the 14th of April, so it didn't went back to the tuner either, so it's still meth dependent. I didn't see the point of spending another 500 quid now to basically have multi-map and stuff like that. I've got tons of meth now anyway, where, you know, probably still this year I'm going to bring it to get built and then get yet another tune. So, you know, trying to save a bit of money here, considering I don't have any money to wrap it or anything. So, you know, we will see. We will make it look pretty. I'll go change the plate. We'll change the wheel. Upcoming episodes that. And, yeah, you know, we'll save a bit of money, and, you know, the wrap might come later down the line. We should see. Anyway, guys, it was just to give you an update on the S3, and yeah, next video, like I said, all decks servicing, and then tires, and then when we're all good, what we're going to do is basically do an episode where we dial in the 0 to 60, so we get a good one. You know, we look at tire pressure, few other settings as well you can do depending on the surface, and we'll go over all of that. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching. See you in the next one. Bye bye.